So, people, we've just done the show, and we are in the bar.
Yes, we are. Yes.
And we have some extra special studio guests, Lindsay and Neil, who came to watch and didn't run away screaming halfway through, which means you must have done something right this week, because this week we've been talking about the music industry.
So we interviewed Fergal Sharkey last week, as I'm sure you remember, the former lead singer of the Undertones, and he was trying to find a new business model for the music industry.
That's not going to happen.
And it seems like a lot of you agree with that. So we've got loads of your comments actually taking Fergal Sharkey and actually the esteemed Bill Thompson to task.
It's true, I do occasionally get it completely and horribly wrong, but not this time. I was right. What else did we talk about this week? Oh, yes, Trafalgar Square.
Yes,
Rafael.
Trafalgar Square. And in fact, I've done a little video for you from Trafalgar Square, so we'll play that in a second. But this is the interactive artist and all-round technology art guru, Rafael Lozano-Hemmer, who we met for the first time on the programme at the Venice Biennale last year.
Yeah, in 2007. He was running the Mexican Pavilion, and the pavilion was fantastic, and the art was fantastic, and the party was even better.
And I took great delight in reminding Rafael about that. He hosted the Mexican Pavilion basically, and it was a fantastic party. So anyway, so we're going to play some of that in a minute, but also we've been talking about cinema in Brazil, and how if you're especially a lover of independent cinema in Brazil, you can now join a social networking site where between you and your other social networking friends, you can work out what movie is going to actually be playing in your local cinema.
And I have to declare an interest here, because I'm one of the trustees of the Cambridge Film Trust, which makes the Cambridge Film Festival, in fact, which Lindsay over here helped with this year, very expertly, as one of my interns, volunteers. So I think that letting the people take over programming is actually possibly a bad idea. And in that, for once in my entire career, I find myself agreeing just a little bit with Andrew Keane, and I never thought I'd hear myself saying that.
Yeah, but what we can hear is some people back there saying, so who's this Andrew Keane character again? Just in case you don't know him, he wrote a book called The Cult of the Amateur, How the Internet is Killing Culture. And, well, the name pretty much says it all. He basically thinks all this kind of Web 2.0 and blogging and sites like this are indeed killing culture. So we've got him up against a wonderful lady called Solana, who runs the Global Voices blog, and believe you me, that is an interesting discussion.
Okay, Solana doesn't run Global Voices, and if Gareth says that on air, then she'll have to come around and hit him. But she's managing editor of it, and one of many people who runs it, many fine people who run it.
Stand corrected. Quite right too.
So that's this week's show, and we hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, and here's our video from Trafalgar Square.
That's amazing, like a ghostly figure on the floor there. It's actually a video projection of a volunteer who was in some studio somewhere, kind of lied down, did something bizarre with the camera. And 1,000 volunteers like that have been projected onto various points here in Trafalgar Square. And it's this big surveillance system. The artist behind it is called Rafael Hemmer. He's from Mexico and Canada. And he set up this kind of surveillance system where this tracking system follows you around, and you can see it there, these big gantries with equipment and projectors on and all that kind of stuff. And this is about as interactive as art gets, really. And the idea is that you walk around, and there are two incredibly bright projectors that cast shadows of people like us interacting with the art, and then within these shadows, if you stay still for long enough, then one of these rather ghostly figures pops up and looks at you, and it kind of looks you right in the eye, and then as you move away, it's almost as if the figure gets a little bit bored and kind of rolls over and goes to sleep. So it's very video, it's very interactive, it's very technological, but is it art? Well, of course the answer is yes, but we'll be asking on Digital Planet this week the artist, Rafael Hemmer, where art meets technology. But yeah, it's brilliant, so I'm going to have a little go.